Very good morning, students, and most welcome in online class again. So let's have your chapter subject verb agreement again with the lecture number second. Students, let's have rule number 5 just after rule number 4. Rule number 5. So student, let's have rule number 5, which is just after rule number 4. We talked about after this sentence rule number 4. Student, let's have rule number 5. The pair words like bread and butter, bread and butter, rice and curry, slow and steady, hammer and sickle, crown and glory, rise and fall, you can mention, rise and fall. Let's say one more, truth and honesty, etc. Okay, proceed with singular verb. Proceed with singular verb. Example number first you can have here. Example number for the pair words like bread and butter, rice and curry, slow and steady, hammer and sickle, crown and glory, rise and fall, truth and honesty, etc. These are the pair words that always proceed with singular verb. Example number first. Bread and butter, is my favorite breakfast. Example number second. Let's say rice and curry is a popular dish. Example number third is slow and steady wins the race. Wins, again we have singular verb. Let's have one more example, crown and glory comes together. You can write down like truth and honesty is the ornament of personality. Truth and honesty is the ornament of personality. Example number first, second, third and fourth are the example of your pair word, students. Rule number 5 speaks about pair word, students. So pair words say like bread and butter, rice and curry, slow and steady, hammer and sickle, crown and glory, rise and fall, truth and honesty. Have I mentioned truth and honesty before? Bread and butter, rice and curry, slow and steady, hammer and sickle, crown and glory, rise and fall, truth and honesty, etc. Proceed with singular verb. Okay, the pair words like these I have mentioned in front of you. Okay, proceed with singular verb आती है हमेशा. Like the one I have mentioned here, bread and butter. Bread पे butter लगा के खाते हैं, तो pair word है bread and butter is singular verb. Is my favorite breakfast. Rice and curry is a popular dish. Is okay. Rice and curry pair word है. Pair words है. Slow and steady pair words है. Wins the race. Crown and glory comes together. Singular verb. Truth and honesty is the ornament of personality. You can write one more example. Okay. It's about rule number 5. Let's do the note in rule number 5, students. Note. The note of rule number 5, students. The note. Let's say the note of rule number 5. Note. In rule number 5. Note number first. If to uncountable nouns, if to uncountable nouns are joined by and denote class, then denote what? Class. Then the same will proceed with plural verb. If to uncountable nouns. Okay, the nouns that cannot be counted, uncountable nouns. We have two kind of nouns like material nouns, out of which things are made. A noun, material noun and abstract noun. Material nouns are those nouns out of which things are made. Okay, and abstract nouns are those nouns which is also uncountable. Abstract noun are those nouns that we cannot touch and see, about which we can only think of. Okay, and that has no physical existence. I'm talking about those nouns here. Then countable nouns, if two uncountable nouns are joined by and, okay, and you can mention and like in this way, and denote class, then the same will proceed with plural verb. Example number first, you can mention here example number first. Fire and ice. Fire and ice do not agree to plural verb, because here we have uncountable noun like fire and ice joined by and here, and proceed with plural verb. Example number second, gold and silver. Gold and silver are the precious metal. Gold and silver are the precious metal. Gold and silver, again we have uncountable noun, and again uncountable noun. Okay, material noun, and these are basically your abstract one. Okay, so these two are basically uncountable noun, fire and ice and gold and silver. So example number first, students, I have mentioned fire and ice do not agree. Fire और ice आपस में agree नहीं होते हैं, because that's why I have mentioned do here. These are uncountable noun and denote a class. Fire is a different thing and ice is a different thing. Gold and silver, maybe these two are metals, but they denote a different class. Like gold is a different metal and silver is a different metal. So that's why I have mentioned are here. If two uncountable nouns are joined by and denote class, don't forget that class Then the same will proceed with plural verb. तो plural verb लगानी है आपको because these kind of uncountable nouns are not counted in pair words. ये pair words में count नहीं होती है. Let's set the next note, note number second. Note number second. The rule of pair words The rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation expressing words. The rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation expressing words. Okay, the rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation expressing words. But just before this we talked about uncountable noun. He will speak about family relation expressing words. कुछ words होते हैं like father and mother, brother and sister, uncle and aunt. These kind of family relation expressing words that look like pair words, but will not proceed with singular verb at all. That's why we'll use plural verb here. Okay. The rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation words, in family relation expressing words. Let's have example number first. अब यहाँ कहोगे सर आपने लिखा कि नहीं प्लूरल वर्ब वाला. आई हैव मेंशन बिकॉज वी डिस्कस अबाउट इन पेयर वर्ड्स कि पेयर वर्ड्स में सिंगुलर वर्ब आती है, यहाँ पर नहीं आएगी. लेट्स हैव प्लूरल वर्ब आएगी यहाँ पे. यू कैन मेंशन विद प्लूरल वर्ब. एग्जांपल नंबर फर्स्ट. My mother and father have come to see me. Have come to see me. Have. Plural verb. You can have one more example to clarify the given statement or the niyam or note. My brother and sister were not present there. Were not present there. Plural verb. Okay. इसमें भी note है. Okay. Means, okay, these example I have mentioned here, means and denotes my mother and my father, my sister, my brother, and my sister. Okay, it's only applicable in this note, students, because grammatically it is correct, but grammatically it is incorrect, but it is correct grammatically because it is used and it is mentioned in this note. Okay, grammatically you can say that. Okay, let's have, because we'll discuss about the same in next rule. That's why I'm saying here, students, बता रहा हूँ सभी को. Note number second, here we have the rule of pair words. The rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation expressing words. कि जो pair words हैं वो family relation expressing words में use नहीं होते हैं. अब pair words में क्या होता है? what we do exactly in pair words, okay? Yeah, what do we do in pair words? We use singular verb there, but here we will not use singular verb at all because the rule of pair words is not applicable in family relation expressing words. Example number first I mentioned to all of to clear the statement to all of you, like my mother and father have come to see me, कि मेरे मम्मी और पापा जो हैं, हम बोलते हैं मेरे मम्मी और पापा, my mother and father. We don't say my mother and my father. We can say grammatically there is no problem, it is also correct, but these kind of states sentence are written in this way, grammatically. My mother and father have come to see me. मेरे मम्मी पापा जो मुझसे मिलने के लिए आए हैं. अब जो मम्मी और पापा कैसे होंगे और पापा जो मम्मी कैसे होंगे? So that's why I'm saying that this kind of thing is only applicable. The thing of using adjectives and articles before the family relation adjective word. Okay, my mother and father have come to see me. Have, because यहाँ लागू नहीं होगा pair word का. Example number second, my brother and sister were not present there. मेरे भाई बहन जो है वहाँ पर उपस्थित नहीं थे. Okay, means in example का मतलब है denote, example का means है denotes करते हैं my mother and my father को, और यहाँ पे denote करता है my brother and my sister दोनों को. Okay, if you will write like in this way, then there would be no question. अगर ऐसे लिखोगे my mother and my father तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं होगा, because the given statement definitely proceeds with plural verb. There is no problem, because if the articles or possessive adjectives are added before two countable nouns, then the same example always proceed with plural verb. देर कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है. अगर दोनों के पहले articles आता है या possessive adjective आता है तो वो आपका rule number 6 वाला क्वेश्चन बन जाएगा, जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे बाद में. डिस्कस just after this. But here we are talking about family relation expressing word. हमेशा ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, ऐसे लिखा जाता है grammatically कि मेरे मम्मी पापा आए हैं, ठीक है ना? My mother and father have come, दोनों आए हैं. So that's why I'm saying that it is correct grammatically only in these kind of example where we have family relation expressing words. Let's have the rule number 6, students. Okay, it's all about your rule number 5th. Rule number 6. Certainly rule number 5th was too long. Let's say rule number 6. Okay, rule number 6. If two countable nouns if two countable nouns are joined by and, an article or possessive adjective article or possessive adjective is added or used before the first one, before the first one, then it will proceed with singular verb. Example number first, you can have here example number first. Let's clear the given rule first before having example, students. What I have mentioned here, okay? If two countable nouns that can be counted, if two countable nouns are joined by and, अगर दो countable nouns and से join होती है, if two countable nouns are joined by and dash, an article or possessive adjective is added or used before the first one जो दो काउंटेबल आउट ऑफ टू काउंटेबल, इफ आर्टिकल और पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव इज यूज्ड बिफोर द फर्स्ट वन, only before the first one, okay, then it will proceed with singular verb. तो ये singular verb से proceed होगा, सिंपल सी बात है. अगर दोनों countable noun से पहले एक के पहले अगर article लगा दो, ये possessive adjective लगा दो, तो singular verb है. और दोनों से पहले लगाओगे तो note का मामला हो जाएगा. We'll discuss in note. Let's discuss about this rule first. Example number first. You can anything you can write the principle. Article लगाते हैं पहले. The principal and teacher has been invited. Okay, the principal, countable noun, teacher, countable noun. But the person who is a principal is a teacher also. Okay, that the given example means that the person or the personality who is a principal is a teacher also. This why I have used singular verb here. Singular verb, जो principal है वही teacher है, जो teacher है वही principal है. Singular verb. Singular verb. Example number second, you can mention like a poet and philosopher, a poet and philosopher was not there. Okay, a poet and philosopher was not there. Singular verb. Okay, students, because of a poet and philosopher, I have used the article, a article before the first countable noun. Before the first countable noun. Before the first countable noun only. That's why it denotes that the person or the personality who is a poet is a philosopher also. कि जो poet है वो philosopher भी है. एक ही personality, एक ही person है. That's why singular verb we have here. Singular verb we have here. What's wrong with this fire? That's why we have singular verb here. Okay, let's say one more example we can mention. Let's say my uncle and guardian. Not these two words are not the family relation expressing my uncle and guardian. My uncle and guardian is coming now. Finish करो समझने के लिए खाली. My uncle and guardian. Okay, guardian. What we have here, students? Singular verb, singular verb, singular verb. Okay, singular verb. Let's clear the last example. We discussed about these two examples before. My uncle and guardian. My uncle and guardian, these two words denote family relation, but these two relations are too different. Not my uncle and my aunt. Okay, not my uncle and aunt. Here we are talking about my uncle and guardian. एक तो uncle है और एक guardian है, लेकिन यहाँ पे दोनों एक ही है. That's why, because the reason is that because I have mentioned possessive adjective before the first one only. My uncle and guardian is coming now. कि मेरे अंकल और गार्डियन जो है अब आ रहे हैं. अब अलग नहीं है, अब आ रहे हैं, मतलब वो एक ही पर्सन है. There is only one single personality about which you are talking about here. My uncle and guardian, जो मेरे अंकल है वो मेरे गार्डियन भी है. The example, the meaning of the example is that that's why I have used singular verb, students. Okay, let's have, but it will not be counted in family relation expressing word, because family relation expressing words always speak about mother and father, brother and sister, uncle and aunt, not about uncle and guardian. Okay, वो इस तरह से होते हैं, ऐसे नहीं होंगे. Let's have it's about rule number 6. Let's have the note. Okay, note. Let's have the note here. let's have the note here. Note, okay? Let's have the note here, student. Note of rule number 6. Note of rule number 6. The same we are talking about here, students. If two countable nouns are joined by and, articles or possessive adjective, let's have the note. If article or possessive adjective if article or possessive adjective is added or used before both the countable noun then the same will proceed, then the same will plural, then the same will proceed with plural verb. Plural verb. Okay. Note है बेटा यहाँ पर. We are talking about the most important note in this rule number 6. Let's speak about the note. Okay, in these example. यही कर लेते. Don't waste your time. Let's have it now. You can write these example. Another one with the help of the given notes here, students. But I have mentioned here, if article or possessive adjective, अगर article like a and the we have, if article or possessive adjective is added, used before both the countable noun, like the principal, the teacher, poet, philosopher, uncle and guardian, like both the countable noun, अगर दोनों के पहले आ जाए, हमने तो यहाँ पे एक के पहले लगाया था फर्स्ट, अगर दोनों के पहले आ जाए तो क्या होगा? Then the same मतलब ये example जो है, then the same will proceed with plural verb, तो plural आएगा. कैसे आएगा? The principal and the teacher have. The principal and the teacher have been invited. कि एक तो प्रिंसिपल को और एक टीचर को जो इनवाइट किया गया, दो डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटी हो जाएगी तब. ओके. A poet and a philosopher was not there, were not there. तो क्या हो जाएगा आपका? Were not there. A poet and philosopher, then these two personalities will be quite different, because two, my uncle and my guardian are coming. If you apply an article or possessive adjective before both the countable noun, then your answer or statement or sentence will proceed with plural verb. Is it clear, students? It's about note. Let's have the next thing. Rule number 7. Rule number 7. Yeah, rule number 7. Rule number 7. No. Rule number 7. Let's have rule number 7. Rule number 7, student. It just look like rule number 6, but quite different on behalf of noun and adjective. Okay, parts of speech. Rule number 7. Let's speak about rule number 7, student. If two adjectives, how many is? Two adjectives. If two adjectives are joined by again and, but here we are talking about adjectives. If two adjectives, not adjectives, if two adjectives are joined by and article or possessive adjective, is used or added before the first one. Before the first one, then it will proceed. तो यह है सिंगुलर वर्ब के साथ आगे बढ़ेगा. Then it will proceed with singular verb. Then it will proceed with singular verb. Okay, of which verb? Singular verb. Singular verb. Let's speak about the example now. With note, example number 1. If two adjectives are joined by and, an article or possessive adjective is used and added before the first one, then it will proceed with singular verb. Okay, singular verb. Example number first. Before the first one. Before the first one only. First one. Before the first one only. First one only. Okay. And honest and intelligent singer has come to deliver a message. Example number second. Example number second. My black and blue shirt, okay, is too expensive. Okay, example number third one. A black and white cow has been grazing here since 4 o'clock. Okay, since 4 o'clock. Let's discuss about these examples, students, as fast as we can. You know that in rule number 7, I have mentioned if two adjectives are joined by, if two adjectives like honest and intelligent, black and white, black and blue, black and white, okay. If two adjectives are joined by and dash, an article or possessive adjective, is used or added before the first one, only before the first one, then it will proceed with singular verb. Example number first, दो adjective से पहले, दो एडजेक्टिव में से किसके पहले, फर्स्ट वन के पहले, पहले वाले के पहले अगर आप आर्टिकल लगा देते हैं, या फिर पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव आप लगा देते हैं तो सिंगुलर वर्ब यूज करना है. स्टूडेंट, एग्जांपल नंबर फर्स्ट इज एन ऑनेस्ट एंड इंटेलिजेंट सिंगर, कि जो सिंगर ऑनेस्ट है वही इंटेलिजेंट भी है. ओके, हियर वी हैव ओनली वन सिंगर विद सिंगल पर्सनालिटी. एन ऑनेस्ट एंड इंटेलिजेंट टीचर हैज कम टू डिलीवर अ मैसेज. एक ईमानदार और इंटेलिजेंट सिंगर जो है, यहाँ पर इंटेलिजेंट सिंगर जो है एक संदेश को डिलीवर करने के लिए आया है, एक मैसेज देने के लिए आया है. ओके, माई ब्लैक एंड वाइट शर्ट इज टू एक्सपेंसिव, कि मेरी जो ब्लैक एंड वाइट शर्ट है, मेरी जो ब्लैक एंड वाइट शर्ट है, लाइक जो भी मेरे पास शर्ट है ब्लैक एंड वाइट कलर की है, मेरी ब्लैक एंड वाइट जो शर्ट है इज टू एक्सपेंसिव, अलग अलग नहीं है, सेम ही शर्ट है. ओके, माई ब्लैक एंड वाइट शर्ट, here these two adjectives, honest and intelligent, black and blue, black and white, are qualifying the noun here, like singer, shirt or cow. Okay, because here we have only one shirt, a black and white shirt is, that's why we have used singular verb. A black and white cow, एक गाय कैसी है, काली सफेद है. एक काली और एक सफेद नहीं है. अगर ऐसा होता तो कैसा होता? A black and a white cow. But here we have mentioned only an article before the first adjective only. That's why this example means a black and white cow. एक काली सफेद गाय. कैसी है? काली है सफेद गाय. एक काव है जो कैसी है? आधी काली आधी सफेद है, या फिर उसमें दो ही कलर है, ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट है. ओके, एक ही गाय है. A black and white cow has been grazing here since 4 o'clock. एक काली सफेद गाय जो है यहाँ पर 4 बजे से ग्रेज कर रही है, चल रही है. ओके, only single cow we have, single animal we have. This why singular verb as per the norm of this rule number 7 singular verb. अगर एक के पहले लगाते हो, एक का मतलब पहले वाले के पहले, यूं नहीं आगे वाले लगा दोगे. Like a black and white cow. ऊपर दिखाई नहीं देगा आपको, शायद नीचे करना पड़ेगा. A black and white cow. Okay, black and white. Okay, A is used for this cow जो कैसी है? Black and white है. Okay, that's why singular verb है. और पहले आएगा, बाद में नहीं आएगा. लाइक यहाँ पे लगा दो आप black and a white cow. No, a black and white पहले आएगा if you're adding before the first one only. Okay, to describe the noun in a sentence, student, let's do the note in rule number 7. It just looks like the same one we discussed in rule number 6, student. Note. Let's do the note of rule number 7. Note. Note है, only note है. किसका? इसी का. Rule number 7 of the same rule, students. If article or possessive adjectives, if article or possessive adjective, if article or possessive adjective is used before both the adjectives, then the same will proceed with plural verb. With plural verb, the same will proceed with plural verb. अगर दोनों के पहले आएगा, दोनों एडजेक्टिव के पहले आएगा तो क्या होगा? प्लूरल वर्ब यूज करनी पड़ेगी आपको. होती है ग्रामेटिकली. इफ आर्टिकल और पॉसेसिव एडजेक्टिव, इफ आर्टिकल और पॉसेसिव एडजेक्टिव is used or added, you can say before both the adjectives, before both of them, before both the adjectives, then the same will proceed with plural verb. यही समझ लो इसको. An honest and an intelligent singer have. Okay, an intelligent and an intelligent and okay, an honest and intelligent singer. I have taught you how to use indefinite article or definite article or an article before the first letter of a word or a noun as per the sound of the first letter. An honest and an intelligent singer have come to deliver a message. Have come plural verb आएगी, दोनों के पहले लगाओगे तो. My black and my blue shirt are too expensive. A black and a white cow. A black and a white cow have been grazing here since 4 o'clock. Have H-A-V-E plural verb. A black and a white cow, एक तो काली और एक सफेद का, have been grazing here since 4 o'clock. Okay, if you add article or possessive adjective before both the adjectives, then the same will proceed with your plural verb. Okay, students, it's all about today. Thank you and have a nice day.